I think this stay with me. Do you see those shadows on the wall? It's way too dangerous out there. I'm literally terrified. Honestly, it's better if we just stay here and never go out. This way, we can watch everything that's happening while staying all cozy and safe. But what if I told you the shadows aren't there by accident? What if I told you that someone or something is projecting them specifically so you don't move an inch from this corner? Plato called it the cave, Morpheus called it the matrix, but today it's something way more everyday. Everyone knows it, the terrifying attitude to social media and the algorithm. We're living in a simulation that isn't the same for everyone anymore. It's a cage designed specifically for you. Welcome to the jungle. No, wait, it's not that. Welcome to the digital cave. Make yourself at home. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that you already live here anyway. I'm just the one visiting your world right now. So, if you don't mind, give me just a few minutes of your precious time. I want to share a message that isn't exactly positive actually. It's kind of hopeless. It might even make you suffer a bit if you're the paranoid type. Just a heads up, but trust me, it affects you, it really does. A wild beast wants to enter the cave. See? I told you it was dangerous. I'm always right. This fish is so cute! This is really cute. The shadow! The shadow! The shadow! The shadow! The shadow! The beast and the shadow of the beast. Chapter 1. Plato's Allegory of the Cave tells the story of some prisoners chained inside a cavern. Their only contact with the outside world is through shadows flickering on a wall. One of them actually gets free. He manages to see the real world with his own eyes. But when he goes back to tell the others, they totally reject him. They're just too comfortable in there. They're so deep in their own little world that they can't accept the different truth. Honestly, they aren't even interested, and the idea of leaving terrifies them. This story is an allegory for his theory of ideas. It's pretty interesting and both ideas have a lot to unpack, but we're just going to skim the surface for now. Today, we're focusing on those shadows on the wall. I want to understand how our individual ideas about the same thing can be so different, because that's what makes everyone's world unique, and that is exactly how they manipulate us. Chapter 2. The brain's connection to the outside world. Is the world really the way it is? Or is it just how we see it? Or maybe how we feel it? Our life experience mixed with a bit of our genetics create our own personal perspective of the world. And from that spot, we see, feel, and react to everything around us. When we don't have enough information to know what's actually going on, our mind tries to shape those shadows. It looks at them through the lens of our deepest beliefs. So, in the end, we aren't seeing the world through our eyes. We're seeing it through our minds. Think about it. The information that enters our eyes is just light. Our mind has to process it for it to become something, like images or colors. So what we see is really just our mind's interpretation, especially when we're missing pieces of the puzzle. Our brain works overtime to fill in the gaps with whatever info it already has. You know, things we've lived, seen, or learned before. This means our perspective is always limited by our own bubble of knowledge. Whether it's a lot, a little, good, or bad, it defines how we interpret everything. In psychology, this filling-in process is called cognitive closure. And that's exactly why two people can look at the same image and see two completely different things. So yeah, we could say that everyone lives in a different world. But wait, haven't we seen something like this somewhere before? Chapter 3, Matrix. Okay, we've seen this trope in many places, but the most famous one is that movie. You know, the one where a random man kidnaps you and offers you some colored pills. Note, please be careful with that in real life. He tells you that you have to choose. If you take the blue one, you just believe whatever you want to believe. But if you take the red one, you stay in Wonderland. Steve Jobs once said in an interview that there was something Bill Gates should try to open his mind. I'm pretty sure he was talking about this. In the movie, a machine connects to every part of you to make you see, feel, and experience a world that is totally fictional. It doesn't exist, but it becomes so real to you that you can't even tell the difference. And you have to decide, what do you want to believe in? Which world do you want to inhabit? And more importantly, what are you choosing not to know? Do you want the Matrix or what's left of Earth? A comfortable lie or an uncomfortable reality? Living like a refugee in a cave, watching shadows on the wall, or being vulnerable in the dangerous, harsh, and unknown outside world? Virtual or real? In the film, the Matrix doesn't necessarily personalize physical reality for each person to keep them apart, but it does use the system to keep them mentally isolated. Even if they share the same virtual air, every prisoner is trapped in their own routine, their own fears, and their own prejudices. It's like, even if they all see the same sky, the machines control the distractions, just like on social media. Two people can be sitting in the same sofa, but they're living on totally different universes of information on their phones. It feels natural, right? But we are separated by our own little bubbles. We share the space, but not the reality. In the movie, everyone lives in one big collective simulation. But think about it. If the machines really wanted to make sure we never woke up, they would have given us exactly what we wanted to see. Don't you think? A world where you are always right, where everyone thinks exactly like you, where nothing ever bothers you. That would be the perfect vision. Total isolation disguises freedom. The perfect version of the Matrix would keep us all in the same city, but it would make sure everyone saw the world in their own image. In other words, we share the space, but if you like the color green, you would see everything in green over and over. And if you think the world is ending tomorrow, you'd see signs like that. You'd see signs everywhere proving you're right. Does that sound familiar? Because you're literally holding that shape or personalized fake world in your hand right now. Chapter 4, The Digital Cave. The algorithm works exactly like that. It's a personalized matrix. It's our matrix. Technically, there's a virtual world inside your phone and a real world outside, but they were more mixed than we think. I mean, how many people actually live in their screens? How much does what happens there mess with our real lives? Where do things actually happen now? Where do we go to know things? There's a reason FOMO is so real. We've lost the ability to tell what's real and what's not. And honestly, this isn't even new. It didn't start with AI. We've had fake news causing chaos for years. Your TikTok For You page or your Instagram feed looks nothing like your neighbor's. This is your own personal cave. We're all looking at the same wall, social media. But each of us is different shadows specifically designed to keep us glued to the screen. In the Matrix, machines build a city for everyone. But in our digital cave, the algorithm has perfected the game. It created a different matrix for every single one of us. It's tailor-made, just for you. It learns what you love, what makes you sensitive, and how you react. Sure, we can train it, but in the end, it decides what to show us. We can skip a video, but it already knows what will catch our eye, what will keep us scrolling longer, and what will trigger a reaction. So, how much control do we actually have? Zero? Maybe. Today, this tool is the only way we have to know what's going on in the world. It has replaced everything. If we hear about a crisis, we'll look it up. If we see catastrophic images, our fear kicks in and our critical thinking just vanishes. Emotion takes over. We don't care about the context or if the video is fake. The news becomes shadows on the wall that we accept as truth, filtered through how we feel in that exact second. And that's depression. The algorithm doesn't just show you what you like, it locks you inside what you already believe. In Plato's cave, the prisoners don't want to leave because the shadows are their only reality. They're comfortable. On TikTok or YouTube, we don't want to see anything else because the algorithm has spoiled us with easy dopamine. It knows how you think, so it sends you proof that you're right. Or even worse, it shows you something from the other side just to make you angry. So you run back to your own opinion to feel safe. Having a tool that knows you this well, that chooses everything you see without you even noticing, may feel useful. But that comfy place is actually dangerous, right? Well, it is. Chapter 5: Manipulation. You've probably heard about this before, but what if I told you that this has the power to manipulate people? It literally guides our attention towards certain information in order to shape our opinions. I know, it sounds paranoid, like a conspiracy theory, but there is actually confirmed news about this, and we need to talk about it. First, let's talk about governments. Many of them use social drama or celebrity gossip, stuff they know will trigger people as smoke screens. It's the perfect way to make sure certain news that doesn't benefit them goes unnoticed. It's an old trick. Did they make a huge mistake? Is there a scandal they can't hide? What a coincidence! Suddenly, a celebrity scandal or a shocking crime is everywhere. The media decides that a situation that's been happening for years is suddenly vital and everyone panics. And then there's the news itself. It's not just AI or fake news, it's the news outlets on algorithms feed on negative emotions. Danger and fear are louder. They have more reach, so it suits them to dramatize everything, to make every situation look like the end of the world. But here's the really scary part. It's been confirmed that this can change the mood of an entire nation. It can even influence elections, just by deciding which shadows, which news to project on our digital wall. This is what we call the echo chamber effect. It's an environment where your own beliefs are constantly repeated and reinforced, while any other point of view is excluded. The algorithm is the perfect tool to confirm your biases. It isolates you, promotes misinformation, and basically kills your critical thinking. This is used for micro-targeting strategies. They try to influence your behavior by personalizing content based on your fears and vulnerabilities. They use big data and tracking to send hyper-personalized political messages to specific vulnerable people instead of a general audience. The most famous example is Cambridge Analytica. In 2010, this firm collected personal data from millions of Facebook users without their consent through an app called This Is Your Digital Life. Their goal, using our interpretations of the shadows to influence our decisions. Facebook confirmed in 2018 that this firm improperly obtained data from over 87 million users. They created psychological profiles to send people the exact campaign info that would resonate with them. If your data said you were worried about security, you'd see news stories about crime and how a specific candidate would fix it. Let's say this tool helped Trump win in 2016. The company denies it, of course, but I'll leave some links in the description so you can judge for yourself. Christopher Weil, a former employee, was the one who exposed the whole thing. There's a documentary about this called The Great Hack or Nothing is Prepaid. It really makes you think about privacy. Maybe one day I'll make a video on privacy versus security, but let's stay focused. In conclusion, the algorithm doesn't just show you what you like, it's shaping what you decide. It's not just watering the plants you already have, it's planting seeds of opinions that you think are your own, but were put there to grow in a very specific direction. So we like to think we are the ones scrolling through the screen, but after Cambridge Analytica, we must ask ourselves, is it us moving the thumb, or is the algorithm pulling the strings of the person we've become? Are you a prisoner of this digital cave? Do you love scrolling through those comfortable shadows? Conclusion. Questioning things is really important, but it's also true that you can't live questioning absolutely everything 24/7. It's just too stressful. Plus, we'll never have all the answers. There will always be more questions than answers, so it's healthier to work on our critical thinking first. That's the vaccine against manipulation. It's the immune system of the mind. Without it, any viral or bad idea can grow. In the information age, power isn't just knowing things, it's knowing how to discern. That sounded cool, right? I found those nice phrases on Pinterest, but I use my critical thinking to put them. The internet with social media used to be a net to connect us, but now it's a net that traps us. That phrase is mine. Because they make voices louder, but not the truth. They are just opinions. They teach you to have an opinion before you even think. And having an opinion isn't the same as thinking. Thinking is questioning your own opinion. We became experts at giving opinions, but we don't know how to build a real argument. Because the reaction matters more than the message now. But in the real world, not everything needs a reaction. Some things just need us to be aware of them. Everything we see online is like a seed planted in our minds. But because we don't have all the sunlight and we can't see the whole picture, and might grow crooked or take weird shapes because of our own prejudices. This is even more true today, where artificial lights look more and more like natural light. So the need to touch grass and get it back to reality is becoming more and more urgent. Using the internet is unavoidable now, so we have to train our algorithm well. Even then, we aren't 100% safe, but dangers will always exist. So don't waste your time obsessing over that. It's enough to keep a good balance between the digital and the physical world, and also between logic and feelings. And yes, I still have a lot to say about this, but let's finish this with a bonus. As you've probably noticed, on this channel we use blackberries as metaphors. So this time, I'll share the Moraist Cycle for processing information with you. I hope it helps you cultivate your own judgment outside the cave. 1. Feel and think. Before reacting, identify the emotion, just like picking the best fruit. When you see a dish recipe and you get ready to make it, the first thing you do is feel the reaction. You imagine how it will taste. You taste the fruit and start thinking about what you need to do next. You see a piece of news. You react with emotion. Your mind starts spinning and getting ahead of things, thinking about what will happen next. 2. Question and get informed. Look for other fruits or tips before blending your opinion. You choose which blackberries you'll add, removing the ones that don't look good and cutting off the bad parts. You wonder if you should add another fruit or another thing. You look at it again without the initial emotion, with a cooler head. You question every part and how it's written, with what purpose, and you realize something might not be true or might be taken out of context. You keep the part of the news that catches your attention, drawing your own conclusion about what might have happened. 3. Reflect and learn. Clean the information of prejudices. You clean the fruit, removing the dirt and everything that wouldn't be good for you. You look for more information, adding other perspectives to clear up the situation. 4. Adopt and apply. Get the most out of the situation by extracting the lesson, making it yours, and putting it into practice. You squeeze or blend the fruit to make juice. You identify what you need from that news, what needs to be learned from it, the lesson you should keep in mind. 5. Adapt or customize to your own needs or preference. You add ice, sugar, and water to your taste. You put it in your favorite glass with a straw if you want. You take the part that affects you or is useful to you, so you can apply it or keep it in mind. You use that information when you need it. 6. Enjoy the consumption with the peace of mind that it's nutritious. You sit by the window, looking at the sky, and you drink the juice you made. All the vitamins and nutrients you extract from that fruit enter your body, and you enjoy a pleasant moment of flavor. You didn't just react, you learned from it, and now you know a little more than before. It's something of value information that you master and use. You'll be ready if something similar happens again. You'll know how to catch it instead of just letting yourself be carried away by the first impression. I know it looks like a lot of steps, but you got the point. You know what needs to be done. It's not about escaping, because we can't. We're not going to follow the Unabomber manifesto, break our phones, and go live on a mountain, because we would die pretty fast. But we can train the algorithm and ourselves to survive whole inside. Plus, I'm making an effort to leave the cave every now and then. There are many ways, activities, and hobbies you can do alone or in a group with or without money. If humans have the intelligence and creativity to create something like this, I'm sure you can find something you like away from your phone. Besides being aware of what we watch, receive, and learn. That way we protect ourselves and keep enjoying easy access to information. And we can always look at different sides of a story to get a broader perspective. So this wall is interact. You can test it by touching those shadows that say subscribe and the little bell icon next to it. Push that. Amazing, right? Comment what plans you have to take a break from those shadows. You take note of the ideas. If you're also going to give your brain some air from so much information, keep this alive. Share it with anyone who is trapped on the toxic side of the digital cave. And save it to come back later and tell us how your training at the parts are going. Whether it's going well or bad, we also learn from what doesn't work. A warm hug at the sunlight and see you at the next shadow. Or well, you will see me. Necesito un ayudante. ¿Quién me va a ayudar? ¿Tú? ¿Me ayudas? ¿Me ayudas? ¿Me ayudas? ¿Me ayudas? Hola, Pis. Hola, chito negro. Oh, this fish is so cute. This fish is so cute. A ver. Meow, 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 meow. This is scared. This was too scared. What is that? ¿Cuál es su opinión?